Kamala Harris, Cultural Diversity in Parallels with Buddhist Philosophy. Kamala Harris, the Vice President of the United States, embodies a rich and diverse cultural background, shaped by her Jamaican father and Indian mother. What an incredible convergence of worlds! This dual cultural heritage has provided her with a multidimensional perspective on life, culture, and philosophy. Isn't it amazing how different cultural threads can weave together to shape a leader like her? Although Kamala Harris does not openly practice any religion directly associated with Buddhism, many of the principles she follows in her life and career reflect profound parallels with Buddhist philosophy. Subscribe channel now to join us in exploring compassionate leadership inspired by Kamala Harris and Buddhist principles. Commitment to social justice and compassion. Buddhism emphasizes compassion and concern for all living beings. Kamala Harris has built a long career advocating for social justice, defending vulnerable groups, and striving to improve the lives of countless communities. She has consistently expressed her commitment to those who are disadvantaged in society, including the poor, the marginalized, and those facing discrimination. Doesn't this align so beautifully with the Buddhist principle of compassion, the desire to alleviate the suffering of others? Harris's work, whether as a district attorney, senator, or now as vice president, reflects a lifelong dedication to creating equitable systems and giving a voice to the voiceless. She's broken barriers as the first female vice president of the United States, and the first woman of both Black and South Asian descent to hold this position. Imagine the hope she's ignited for millions of women of color. Her advocacy for equality and justice, pushing for criminal justice reform, increasing healthcare access, and supporting marginalized communities, is a reflection of core Buddhist teachings, to reduce suffering and cultivate compassion for all beings. Buddhism teaches that all beings are interconnected, and Harris's commitment to social justice reflects this interconnectedness. She has consistently worked to ensure that everyone, regardless of their background, has access to opportunities and resources that allow them to thrive. Her approach to policymaking is rooted in empathy and a genuine desire to uplift those who have been historically oppressed. Isn't this the kind of leadership we all yearn for, one that puts compassion and justice at the forefront? Her work in criminal justice reform is particularly noteworthy. As Attorney General of California, Harris launched initiatives to reduce recidivism by focusing on education and rehabilitation rather than punishment alone. This approach resonates with the Buddhist principle of right action, acting in ways that promote healing and growth rather than harm. Harris's belief in second chances and her efforts to create pathways for individuals to reintegrate into society reflect a deep understanding of human dignity and the potential for transformation. How powerful it is to see a leader who believes in the possibility of change and growth for all individuals. Balance and mindfulness. Kamala Harris frequently speaks about the importance of maintaining balance in life and staying calm under pressure. How does one remain centered while navigating such a high-stakes career? Despite her demanding schedule, she finds time for activities that nurture her well-being, like exercise and yoga. This dedication to balance speaks volumes about her mindfulness, a concept so central to Buddhism, that encourages being present in every moment, even amidst chaos. Mindfulness, as taught in Buddhism, is about being aware, present, and centered, even when life feels overwhelming. Harris often talks about the need to stay clear-headed and focused. Doesn't this remind us of the Buddhist practice of meditation, cultivating inner peace and resilience? Though she may not explicitly practice meditation, her actions suggest a commitment to living mindfully, valuing both mental and emotional well-being. In her speeches, Harris often emphasizes the importance of taking care of oneself in order to be effective in serving others. This reflects the Buddhist idea that self-care is not selfish, rather, it is essential for being able to help others. Just as the Buddha taught that one must cultivate inner peace to contribute positively to the world, Harris models this by prioritizing her own well-being. Isn't it inspiring to see a leader who recognizes that true strength comes from within? The practice of mindfulness also extends to her decision-making. Harris is known for her thoughtful approach to complex issues, taking the time to understand different perspectives before making a decision. This kind of mindful deliberation is reminiscent of the Buddhist practice of deep contemplation, reflecting carefully before taking action. In a world that often values quick decisions and instant results, Harris's commitment to mindful leadership is a refreshing reminder of the importance of patience and careful consideration, the importance of family and cultural roots. Buddhism places great emphasis on respect and gratitude towards family and ancestors. They are seen as the roots of one's spiritual life. Harris takes immense pride in her heritage and often speaks about the significant influence her mother, Shyamala Gopalan, had on her. Her mother, a cancer researcher from India, taught Harris the values of patience, compassion, and the strength of love. Isn't it beautiful how these lessons resonate so deeply with Buddhist values of honoring one's roots and staying grounded in gratitude? Growing up in a household that celebrated cultural diversity gave Harris a unique perspective on the struggles faced by immigrants and minority groups. Her mother instilled in her a strong sense of justice and compassion, values that align closely with Buddhist teachings. Harris's acknowledgement of her family's influence reflects a worldview shaped by interconnectedness and a deep respect for one's heritage, a principle that Buddhism holds dear. Harris often shares stories about her mother's resilience and the lessons she learned from her. These stories are not just personal anecdotes, they are reflections of the values that guide her leadership. The Buddhist concept of gratitude extends beyond the individual. It is about recognizing the contributions of those who came before us and understanding that we are part of a larger continuum. Harris's deep appreciation for her mother's sacrifices and her commitment to carrying forward her mother's legacy is a powerful example of this principle in action. Moreover, Harris's emphasis on family extends beyond her immediate relatives. She often speaks of the broader American family and the need to care for one another as members of a shared community. This idea of extending familial love and care to all beings is deeply resonant with Buddhist teachings. Imagine a world where we all treated each other as family. How much more compassionate and just would that world be? Equality and the concept of non-self. Buddhist philosophy emphasizes the equality of all beings and encourages the concept of non-self, letting go of ego to live harmoniously with others. In her role as vice president, Harris has been a strong advocate for gender equality, the rights of people of color, and marginalized communities. Her efforts resonate with the Buddhist teaching of non-self, reminding us that true harmony comes when we transcend the ego and see ourselves as part of a larger whole. Harris's dedication to challenging systemic inequalities, in education, healthcare, and criminal justice, reflects her belief in the intrinsic value of all individuals. This aligns with the Buddhist notion that every person has inherent worth, regardless of their circumstances. Imagine a world where every individual is seen as valuable, just as Harris envisions, a vision that is so closely tied to Buddhist ideals. The concept of non-self also involves letting go of the idea that we are separate from others. Harris's work to bridge divides and bring people together reflects this understanding of interconnectedness. She has often spoken about the need to build coalitions and work collaboratively to address the challenges facing society. This approach is reminiscent of the Buddhist teaching that we are all interconnected and that our actions impact the well-being of others. By letting go of ego and working for the collective good, Harris embodies the spirit of non-self in her leadership. Her advocacy for gender equality is particularly reflective of this principle. In a society where gender roles and expectations often limit individuals, Harris has worked to break down these barriers and create a more equitable environment for all. The Buddhist teaching of non-self encourages us to move beyond rigid identities and see each other as equals. Harris's efforts to promote gender equality are a powerful example of this teaching in action, challenging societal norms and advocating for a world where everyone is free to reach their full potential. Inner calm and perseverance. How does one stay calm in the face of constant challenges? Buddhism teaches the importance of inner calm and perseverance, and Harris's political journey is a testament to these values. She has faced numerous obstacles, as a woman of color, running for office in environments that weren't always welcoming. Yet, she persevered. Her resilience and ability to stay composed, even under immense pressure, echo the Buddhist values of steadfastness and equanimity. Her ability to confront adversity with grace, to rise above racial and gender biases, is a powerful embodiment of the Buddhist teaching that encourages inner tranquility regardless of external circumstances. Don't we all seek that kind of unwavering strength? Harris's journey has been marked by moments of both triumph and setback, and through it all, she has demonstrated an unwavering commitment to her values. This perseverance is reminiscent of the Buddhist teaching of virya, or diligent effort, the determination to keep moving forward, even when the path is difficult. Harris's ability to remain focused on her goals, despite the challenges she faces, is a testament to her inner strength and dedication. It's a reminder that true leadership is not about avoiding challenges, but about facing them head-on with courage and resilience. The Buddhist practice of meditation is often aimed at cultivating inner calm and mental clarity. While Harris may not explicitly practice meditation, her ability to remain calm and composed in high-pressure situations suggests a similar kind of mental discipline. Whether it's during a heated debate or while navigating complex political issues, Harris's calm demeanor is a reflection of her inner stability. Isn't it inspiring to see a leader who embodies the kind of inner peace we all strive for, empathy and serving the greater good? Another fundamental Buddhist value is the aspiration to serve the greater good and alleviate the suffering of others. Kamala Harris has devoted her life to public service, aiming to uplift the most vulnerable among us. Whether it is working to reform the criminal justice system, advocating for healthcare accessibility, or fighting for educational equity, her actions speak to her deep commitment to improving the welfare of others. The Bodhisattva ideal in Buddhism represents someone who seeks enlightenment for the benefit of all beings. While Harris may not identify with this concept explicitly, her dedication to public service and her desire to uplift marginalized communities embody a similar spirit. Her policies often focus on creating systemic changes that benefit society as a whole, mirroring the Buddhist ethos of interconnectedness and collective well-being. Harris's empathy is evident in the way she connects with people from all walks of life. She often shares stories of individuals she has met, people who are struggling to make ends meet, families affected by systemic injustice, and communities that have been left behind. By sharing these stories, Harris not only highlights the challenges faced by many but also reminds us of our shared humanity. This ability to connect with others on a deep, emotional level is a reflection of the Buddhist teaching of karuna, or compassion. Isn't it powerful to see a leader who leads with empathy and seeks to understand the struggles of others? The policies Harris advocates for are not just about addressing immediate needs. They are about creating lasting change that benefits future generations. This forward-thinking approach is reminiscent of the Buddhist concept of metta, or loving kindness, an aspiration for the well-being of all beings, both now and in the future. Harris's commitment to creating a more just and equitable society is a reflection of this deep, compassionate concern for the greater good. Leadership through compassionate action. Leadership, at its core, is about serving others. Kamala Harris's approach to leadership is deeply rooted in compassionate action, a value that lies at the heart of Buddhist teachings. Compassionate leadership is not about seeking power for its own sake. It is about using one's position to make a positive impact in the lives of others. Harris's journey from district attorney to vice president has been marked by a consistent focus on creating positive change for those who are most vulnerable. In Buddhism, the concept of dana, or generosity, is considered one of the highest virtues. It involves giving selflessly, without expecting anything in return. Harris's dedication to public service is a reflection of this spirit of generosity. Her work to expand healthcare access, support small businesses, and provide relief to struggling families is an example of how leadership can be an act of giving. Imagine the kind of world we could create if more leaders approached their roles with this kind of selfless dedication. Harris also emphasizes the importance of listening, truly listening, to the needs and concerns of the people she serves. This kind of deep listening is reminiscent of the Buddhist practice of samavaka, or right speech, which involves mindful communication and listening with the intent to understand. By listening to the voices of those who are often unheard, Harris ensures that her policies are reflective of the needs of the people. Isn't it refreshing to see a leader who values the voices of others and seeks to uplift them? The power of hope and vision. Buddhism teaches that hope is an essential part of the human experience. It is what motivates us to keep going, even in the face of suffering. Kamala Harris's journey is a testament to the power of hope. As the daughter of immigrants, a woman of color, and the first female vice president of the United States, her story is one of breaking barriers and defying expectations. Imagine the hope she inspires in young girls and boys around the world, particularly those who have been told that their dreams are out of reach. Harris often speaks about the importance of having a vision for the future, a vision that is inclusive, just, and compassionate. This vision is deeply resonant with the Buddhist concept of samyak drishti, or right view, which involves seeing the world in a way that is aligned with truth and compassion. Harris's vision for a better future is not just about policy. It is about creating a society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive, where no one is left behind, and where compassion guides our actions. Isn't that the kind of world we all hope for? Conclusion: Kamala Harris may not publicly align herself with Buddhism, but the values she embodies, compassion, justice, mindfulness, respect for family, resilience, empathy, and hope, are deeply resonant with Buddhist principles. Her journey reflects a broader understanding of spirituality that transcends specific religious affiliations. Isn't it inspiring to see how universal these values are, guiding leaders to create meaningful change in the world, in a world fraught with division? Kamala Harris stands as a reminder of the power of empathy, resilience, and dedication to the common good. Whether explicitly connected to Buddhism or not, her actions reflect a leadership style that seeks to uplift and unify, much like the teachings of the Buddha that strive to bring about harmony and alleviate suffering. We can all learn something from her journey: to lead with kindness, to serve with compassion, and to strive for a world where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. What a powerful example of leadership rooted in empathy and justice. Harris's story is not just about her accomplishments, it is about the values that drive her and the vision she holds for the future. It is about the power of compassion to heal divisions, the strength of resilience to overcome obstacles, and the importance of hope in creating a better world. As we reflect on her journey, we are reminded that true leadership is not about the title one holds, but about the impact one makes. It is about using one's voice to speak for those who are unheard, using one's power to uplift those who are downtrodden, and using one's heart to guide every action with compassion. Isn't that the kind of leadership we all aspire to? In the face of challenges, Harris's journey encourages us to remain steadfast, to cultivate inner calm, and to always act with empathy. Her life is a testament to the fact that, regardless of our background or circumstances, we all have the capacity to make a difference. By embracing the values of compassion, mindfulness, and justice, we too can contribute to a more harmonious and just world. Let us take inspiration from her example and strive to lead with the same spirit of compassion and determination, for the benefit of all beings.